What do we have for Scorpio? Five of Wands, Leo energy at the foundation of the reading, Scorpios. Scorpio, right now, we are living in a time where there's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of change. There's a lot of upheaval all around us. And there's a lot of uncertainty. But it's very important, Scorpios, that right now you're being more focused than you've ever been in your entire life. There's great opportunities that can be had in the midst of chaos, but you need to keep your eye on the prize, so to speak, and not engage with any of this energy. There's a lot of individuals, friends, family members, exes, that have thrown obstacle after obstacle on your path to try and stop you from completely transforming and stepping into this new life cycle. Pluto is at 28 degrees Capricorn. This is a time where you really need to be focusing on your self-worth. Stop giving any of your energy to any negativity in your life. This needs to all be left behind now, Scorpios, because as we go into the new year, and at the end of January, Aquarius will be going into Pluto, and this is very, very significant, Scorpios. So everything up until this very moment, Scorpios, has been preparing you for what is coming for you in 2024. And I've been saying this in the past couple of Scorpio readings, that 2024 is going to be the biggest year of your lives. But you need to be putting all these plans in place, preparing yourself to be able to step through this new portal. And there's no more delaying this, Scorpios. I think most of you know this. The astrology is supporting this transition for all of you. But unless you start preparing yourself now and continue to put these solid plans in place, however this may be showing up for you, you'll be left behind. Yes, there'll be other opportunities to make the changes in the future, but you won't be supported like this. It's going to be a lot harder. Right now, the support is here. Right now, you're being called by the divine to step up into your power like you never have in your entire life. And it doesn't matter where you are in terms of spiritual awakening. This is for all Scorpios. Whether you're just now starting out or you're more advanced, we're all going through major transformations in our life. You are truly being called to help build a new dimension, Scorpios. That's what we're stepping into next year. Life as we know it is going to completely change next year, and I think a lot of you are aware of that. But like I was just saying, there's great opportunity for all of you here to really be a part of the building of what it is that we're preparing to step into. We're being called to help build a new foundation for these future generations. This could be you building something for your children if you have them, or if you don't have them, you're going through the awakening process now so you can actually birth your children into liberation. You give your children freedom from the first breath they take. Now there's a concept, right? Because I think this is something that we can all relate with. We truly see now how all of us were born with shackles on our ankles because a lot of our parents didn't know any better, but it wasn't time. But now all of you Scorpios are being called to break these generational curses that a lot of us were born into. All of us, pretty much. Scorpios are born into very, very dark cycles of generational karma, especially if you were born in the 80s or before the 80s, when Pluto was going through Scorpio. You guys have seen a lot. What do we have at the sacral? Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy in reverse at the sacral. Scorpios, there is one, maybe more, particular individuals inside a lot of your energies. Now, I'm going to give you a very general example of what I'm picking up here. But let's say this is an ex. It could be somebody you just broke up with, or it could be somebody from several years ago. This particular individual has done something to bind themselves to you. It's like you can't get the thought of this person out of your mind. And most of you can't stand this individual. Now, if you are feeling this way, then this is a clear indication that they've binded themselves to you. A lot of you have tried to put yourself out there for new love and failed with no real good reason. A lot of you have just passed it off as it not being your time. And yes, that may be the case. And what I've always found interesting is how these sort of cycles that we run with these people and how they try to keep themselves binded to us actually aligns with the astrology. So in saying that, everything was meant to happen, everything was meant to unfold exactly the way it is, Scorpios. But this particular person, for a lot of you, I feel really left you in the dust, left you high and dry for quite possibly somebody else who they thought was better than you, okay? This person they left you for turned out to be a complete monster and ran them to hell and back multiple times. Yet, even after all that, they've binded you from being able to move forward and have new love. This is a different level of evil and wickedness, Scorpios, that I'm sure a lot of you are very aware of by this point. But if you are feeling like you can't get this person out of your energy, if you are resonating with what I'm saying here, this is what's taken place. However, in the coming months, Scorpios, any energy work that they've used against you will cease to hold you back. And it's all based on the astrology. A lot of you are going to find new love next year. Amongst all this chaos, all this heartbreak and hurt you have all been through, next year, a lot of you will find new love, and you're going to see that when this new person comes into your life, that everything leading up until that very moment all had to happen to prepare you for what it is the divine is going to give you. You just need to remain very focused, very steadfast, and keep pushing forward, Scorpios. The thing about the Scorpio energy, people just can't let you go that easily. Their words say one thing, but their spirit tells you another. This is why you can always feel these people lingering around. Most of the people that Scorpios are in romantic connections with, even family members, but it's like they feel as if they own you. They think that you'll always be there, Scorpios. And I feel this was the case until it wasn't. See, Scorpio's that fixed energy, so you'll give an opportunity countless chances. You'll give people countless opportunities until you don't. See, when that fixed energy, which is Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, finally makes the decision to move on, that's it. There is no going back. And typically speaking, and what I feel a lot of you are going to see in the coming months as you're truly getting ready to step into this new life cycle, are people coming out of the woodwork, trying to make their way back into your life right before you have liftoff into this new life cycle. These individuals want you to feel like you can't move on without them, that you need them. What do we have? The solar plexus? Wow. Goes along with everything I just said. They want you to think that you need them, but here you are, 9 of Cups. Truly standing in your power, balanced solar plexus energy. A lot of you are already at this 9 of Cups. And this is very much the energy that I've been speaking on since the beginning of this reading that you need to encompass right now. Completely self-assured in the knowing that you are on the correct path. But this all has to do with your connection with Spirit, the divine, God, your spirit guides. Alignment, Scorpios, amidst the chaos. See, Scorpios have this amazing ability to be able to transform in the middle of a war zone. But that transformation always comes with you then disengaging and going into a hermit mode kind of energy to gather yourself and allow for the transformation to take place. A lot of you have been inside this hermit mode for several years, and now you're preparing to come back out. Phoenix rising from the ashes energy. And everybody's path is different, Scorpios, but hermit mode can be something you stay in for several years. A lot of the time you find yourself in hermit mode and you don't want to leave that space because it's so peaceful and tranquil. You feel more connected with the divine and Mother Nature and God. You feel more connected than you ever have with the universe. That's really what the end goal of going into hermit mode is to reestablish that connection. Go inward and remember who you are. But then there does come a time when the divine calls you back to the front lines. Not to say you haven't been on the front lines spiritually speaking, Scorpios, because you all have, but more so in your waking life. So say you've been in hermit mode for a few years, but you've been doing all the spiritual work. You've been, quite possibly for a lot of you, functioning inside of your purpose. helping the collective energetically speaking. You are now called to step into some sort of new environment inside your waking life. What do we have at the heart, please? Oh, wow. Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy at the heart. Unbelievable. What an energy, Scorpios. I just heard so clearly they cannot stop you, but they'll try to use tactics so you self-sabotage, otherwise known as stopping yourself, standing in your own way. It's crucial, Scorpios, that you don't engage with any of these energies. And if you are still in environments where these individuals have access to your energy, you need to start putting together a solid plan and addressing these situations. Really just removing yourself is what it comes down to, Scorpios. And what you'll find is that based off of the astrology and everything that I've been channeling through so far, you will have the support you need. Opportunities will just start showing up, but you have to make the decision. You have to take a leap of faith. You have to step out on faith, Scorpios. If you do this during this period of time, Scorpios, the divine will catch you. You just need to make the decision that your happiness and your destiny will no longer be second fiddle to anyone or anything. There's nothing more important, especially now in this time we're living in the world. A lot of you have been so ridiculed, attacked, lied on, people gaslighting you to the point where you feel like you're going crazy, pointing their fingers and laughing, ruling you out. That is all a part of being a Scorpio. Scorpios need to feel that level of disappointment in their life to truly realize how much potential power and purpose you hold within yourself. You can literally change your entire universe, Scorpios, your reality, simply by realizing how incredibly powerful you are. You can turn your visions into reality with a solid plan and the divine steering the ship. Those are the ingredients to pulling this off, Scorpios. This magician at the heart is clearly indicating that you have everything at your disposal, all four elements: fire, air, earth, and water. And the magician is also holding what looks like a reversal candle, right? See, a lot of you always want to know when people are going to get their karma for what they've done to you. And though I don't want you to focus on that, it happens when you step into your power, Scorpios, taking the focus literally off of that and focusing all of your energy on your mission and your path forward. That's when the scales tip. When you remove yourself, when you take action to self-empower. Think about it like this. The divine can't come through and work in your favor until you're out of the way and on your way. That's the simplest way I can put this for you, Scorpios, but it's very, very real. And for Scorpios, based off of my own experience, the karma that the individuals who have come against you, for a lot of you, it's family members, it's been going on most of your life, and then you come in contact with romantic connections, people that hold the same energy as your families, same demons, different humans, however you want to look at it. The karma for these types of individuals is very long-lasting. It's not some quick and easy punishment they receive. Oh no, most of them don't even know they're receiving karma until it's too late. One day they wake up and then they realize their lives have completely fallen apart and they're surrounded by reflections of what they did to you. What do we have at the throat, please? The moon, Pisces energy at the throat. Seven of Wands, Leo energy at the third eye. Wow. They won't see it coming, Scorpios. Moon at the throat. Next to the magician at the heart, I'm picking up an energy here on word witchery. So, word witchery, it's basically just speaking wickedness on somebody's name, making up lies, untruths, and speaking this into the ethers, influencing other people's opinions of you. But the individuals now not seeing the karma coming for them for what they put you through. Seven of Wands at the third eye. Third eye all related to your reality, your waking life. So they won't see it coming. But once they finally do realize that they've been receiving this karma for an extended period of time, they'll be quickly reminded why. There they are. For some of you, you could be dealing with 6 or 7 people. Could be more, could be less. But that is being highlighted here. For a lot of you, this is parents, siblings, exes, all coming together. This 5 of Wands at the foundation is also representing these individuals now fighting with each other behind the scenes because everything is unraveling. They can't stop you. They can't hold you back anymore. Everything has been exposed. Moon at the throat. They can't hide anything anymore. And everybody also sees them for who they really are. People are sick of these individuals, sick of the lies, sick of the gaslighting. And isn't it interesting how that's very much the tone of the entire world? We're all sick of being lied to. So it's happening on a world stage and it's happening in your own individual lives. This is a perfect example of macro to micro. Transformations happening on the micro and macro scale. So now we see how important it is for all of you to make sure that you're moving in the flow of this transformative energy. Each one of you makes a huge difference in the victory that we have on the collective stage. You have simply had enough. But you truly didn't know, Scorpio, the lie that you were birthed into until more recent years. You look back and it blows your mind that you didn't see it sooner. But Scorpios, what you need to understand is this is the same for all of us. None of us saw it. We were all asleep. Even when we thought we were awake, we were asleep. You see, the spiritual awakening process happens in stages. You don't just awaken to all the truths overnight. No, it takes time. Even now, as awakened as I consider myself to be, I know that there's things that the divine has kept me from seeing in my own life. Because in some cases, Scorpios, it'd be too shocking to have everything exposed to you at once. Be like information overload. So the divine will feed you just enough truth to get you going on the path. And then God will come through and talk to you, have a conversation with you. Well, yeah, this went down too. But, let's go ahead and talk about it. It's like this. God needs to make sure that you feel loved and nurtured through the transformation process. It's important, especially for Scorpios, because Scorpios have been meant to feel unloved, like there's something wrong with you, like you're the most hated. But it's because the opposite is actually the truth, Scorpios. You're the most envied because of what it is you are truly capable of achieving in your life. You have to understand, Scorpios, that individuals truly get a high off being able to say that they were the one to get you to give up, that they were the one to defeat you. That's why people will make it their life's mission to do whatever they can to stop you. A lot of these individuals had contracts with dark entities, devilish spirits, to stop you from pressing forward and stepping into your purpose and power. They're promised material abundance or fame, all of which they never actually get, not only because you end up transforming and stepping into your power, and it's you that actually gets the abundance. And for some of you, fame doesn't have to be on a world stage. It can be in your own community or just simply you being in the spotlight of whatever it is you do in your particular life, functioning inside of your purpose. So literally everything they wish into your life is what they end up getting. The exes who bind you to them, but then run off with other people who end up dragging them to hell and back. So now not only do you end up getting an amazing life love, but they now have to repeat a cycle of pure insanity with the same kinds of people over and over again, running them further and further into the ground. The family members who threw you under a bus simply for some material gain. And this can show up in many different ways. For some of you, inheritances, things having to do with money, taking what's owed to you in some capacity or another, but then having to watch the divine bless you tenfold with everything that was taken from you. And the way the divine works, based off of my own experience, is you don't typically end up getting what it was that was taken from you. The divine gives it to you in another way, another form, in an increased manner. So say, for example, a family member took some money that was meant to come to you. The divine will put you in a position to where you have some sort of major financial gain, and it will be connected to your life's purpose, your career, some sort of success that's now never ending. It's just constantly paying you out. What do we have at the crown, please? Three of Wands, Aries energy at the crown, and then I have the Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck. There they are. They're all watching you now. Three of Wands. This goes along exactly with what I just said. This is you actually turning your visions into reality, putting together this plan, preparing for this new portal that you're about to step through, this new timeline that you're about to find yourself on. This is also an energy of you pursuing the unknown, right? That energy of stepping out on faith, just trusting. Just trust, Scorpio. We've got your back. We know what you've been through. We know what all of you have been through. And we're here for you. But you have to come with us. These individuals made you feel like you were a dreamer or you don't have what it takes. They put setback after setback, obstacle after obstacle on your path, ruining all your plans in the 11th hour. This is all over with now. The spells have broken, so to speak, Scorpios. Your path is clear, right? There's nothing in front of you except the world. See, Scorpios, right now we're in this energy where these opposing forces are so consumed by fighting with each other, and meanwhile you've turned your back to them, stepped into this magician energy, and before they know it, you're gone. Poof. What do we have at the foundation, please? The moon. Again, Beelzebub. We have it twice. Pisces energy. See, it says right here, makes manifest the apparitions of demons, sets demons upon men to destroy them with vices, right? So for a lot of you, this is representative of the individuals using tactics against you. For most Scorpios, it's going to be romantic connections, really toxic men or women that come into your life, trap you with toxic intimacy, shadow Scorpio energy. So they use your own powers against you, but bring out the absolute worst in you. This is how they keep you trapped. For others, it can be related to addictions, but there's many different kinds of vices that they will use against you. So you willingly hand over your power to them. See, this is what it's all about. See, what you'll start to realize, Scorpios, is that most people that have come into your life up until this point, from friends to lovers, siblings to parents and coworkers, have all utilized these similar tactics against you. Like I said, same spirit, different human, but it all comes down to you relinquishing your power to them. See, a lot of people like to come on Scorpio's paths and act like they're going to take care of you in some capacity, or they've got your back, right? But this is a tactic to get you where they want you, to pull the rug out from underneath you, so you're left high and dry. See, they need to disarm you, so you have to crawl your way back to them so they can do it over and over again. This is called narcissistic abuse. They build you up nice and high, like you are the sunshine of their life, and then they drop you flat on your face, Scorpio. But again, like I mentioned earlier, this is all going back. This is the spell reversing. Moon underneath the Five of Wands at the root chakra. A lot of these people are having things go down with their foundations, their living arrangements, just something going on with their stability. They could be fighting with their significant others. They could be getting divorces, breaking up, losing jobs, losing finances. But one thing is for certain, Scorpios, if this spirit can no longer feed off your energy, it's damn sure going back to the individuals that sent it to you. And there's no way around that. And when it goes back, Scorpios, it goes back at an increased rate. I just heard boomerang effect. What do we have at the sacral? Oh, wow. Five of Wands again, so we have it twice, right? The spell has reversed. Five of Wands stacked with the moon, framed by the Five of Wands, stacked with the Queen of Cups in reverse. Right, here's this demon. It's gone back. It's pinned them down. And metaphorically speaking, this is very significant. It says right there, overthrows politicians, right? Returns those who have run away. So it's like an energy to me of, again, the spell reversing, but it going back to these very narcissistic individuals that never thought they would receive any sort of karmic consequences for what they did to you and probably many others. And again, we're not only seeing this in our own individual lives, Scorpios, but on the world stage. All is to be exposed. All is to be revealed. 2 moons. Everything is going to come to the light. Things can no longer stay hidden. You can no longer be fooled. We can no longer be fooled. What do we have? The solar plexus, please. 2 of Pentacles, Ammon. Capricorn energy at the solar plexus. Wow. Says right there, reveals the past and the future. So it's an energy, like I was saying, of everything coming to the light. We're now able to put all the pieces together. What I was saying about God showing us little by little, right? This is that energy. Starting to get a better idea of what went down, what it was that we were actually engaged in, so to speak. Truly understanding that your entire life from the moment of inception has been a spiritual war, and that our flesh is to distract us from the truth. Our reality is a distraction from the truth. What do we have at the heart, please? Wow. Arias, theft and destruction. This is the Hierophant red in its negative polarity. Taurus energy. I just heard false god. Now, this can really speak about family members, authority figures in your life that you always looked up to, right? And you now starting to see them as false. People that you may have idolized growing up. Oh, I want to be just like them, only to realize now that they're truly the last individuals you would ever want to be like, because their true nature was always hidden from you anyway. This card is a godless energy. Is literally God in reverse, the devil, but presents itself in a godlike energy. This is you simply realizing that a lot of the guidance you were given by these family members, the advice that people gave you on your path that you trusted, was all meticulously crafted to keep you away from fulfilling your destiny. When you start to have this realization, I mean, it is wild. Talk about an awakening. When you start to see that everything in your reality is essentially a part of this sort of indoctrination, it's mind-blowing. People are becoming more accepting that this is what's been taking place not only in our own individual lives, but our complete reality, the world stage. It's all crafted with this in mind. But it's still incredibly difficult to absorb. And again, this takes time. Quite often I find myself just in shock with how this reality is constructed. It's a lie. And our purpose here is to discover the truth. But when you look at things from a higher perspective in terms of us being brain cells inside the universe, we're here to gather wisdom, experience these cycles so the universe can evolve on time as it's supposed to, then it starts to be a little easier to understand. But in saying that, I don't feel that we're ever supposed to truly understand every last detail to all of it, Scorpios, because our minds just can't really conceive that. And we're not supposed to. We're just supposed to have faith and trust that God has our back and that all of this will lead to our freedom and happiness from these cycles that have kept all of you binded for so long. Knight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, Hariel, intellectual richness. Knight of Swords is all about lifestyle changes, Scorpios, so now we're going back to what I was picking up at the beginning of the reading about preparing yourself for what is going to come in 2024. So we've gone full circle now, confirming everything I've just said to be right on target. So again, Scorpios, start getting a plan in place. Now is the time to start putting all these thoughts and ideas to paper, however that shows up for you. It's like you're designing your life, Scorpios, for the next year. How is your 2024 going to look? And this is so important now more than ever because of the time we're living in, right? It's like we need to make sure that we're remaining very focused and very prepared for anything that may come our way, because we don't know what's truly around the next corner. All we can do is prepare ourselves for anything, which is really you just being completely self-empowered and so confident inside your energy, Scorpio, that you can handle whatever is thrown at you. What do we have at the throat, please? Six of Wands. Leo energy. God who took evil. Longevity. Protects against infirmities. Sahia. So Six of Wands is all about victory, Scorpio. It's about success. Being able to handle what's around any corner or anything that may be thrown at you. There is a tremendous amount of success flooding into the Scorpio collective in 2024. As long as you're on path, Scorpios, as long as you're not entertaining these karmic cycles or preparing yourself to move on from them, as long as you're being proactive in your life, sky's the limit for you in 2024. But you got to get to work on this now, Scorpios. Okay? What do we have at the third eye? King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy at the third eye. And this moon stacked with the Six of Wands, it's like here's the moon looking very disappointed at these energies, let's say, right? Let's say these energies here represent these energies. And then you're looking the other way. It's like you're moving on from all this. Scales are tipping kind of energy. And then we have the King of Pentacles, Lahia, the adored God, obedience, causes harmony and peace, calms anger in anyone. It goes along with exactly what I just said. Obedience, Scorpios. It's like you need to be obedient to the divine right now, your spirit guides. Get out of your own way. Let them help you get to the new cycle. I just heard so clearly, marching in lockstep with the divine. It's like we all need to come together right now, on the battlefield, so to speak, in spirit, and march in lockstep forward, completely unified, an unbreakable force, and press through into this new cycle, helping push the entire collective into this new dimension. King of Pentacles is everything I just spoke on. Very controlled, very powerful, very disciplined energy, Scorpios, and it leads to this energy of abundance. You are a part of the divine army. When you're a part of the divine army and you fulfill and you do the things that the divine has outlined to you in your mission statement, you align yourself for abundance. And it's a lot easier to receive than you think, Scorpios. But you have to get right with God and you have to get on this path. Period. There's no way around this. You can't trick God. You can't trick the divine. You can't take these people with you. You can't keep going back and forth. That's over with now. What do we have at the crown to close that for Scorpio? Ah, perfect. Hangman, Pisces energy, Nichael, the only God, desire for knowledge, protects from liars, evil spells, and bad spirits. So again, goes right back to what I said at the beginning of the reading. And I always mention to people that no weapons can form against you when you're marching in lockstep with the divine. If you step out of line, if you step out of order, the divine can't protect you from these liars, evil spells, and bad spirits. Period. That's the simplest way I can put this, Scorpios. But this is you understanding things from this higher universal vantage point. You having an understanding of how this all unfolds in your life and starting to see the meaning behind all of it, and that everything had to unfold exactly the way it did to get you to where you're going to moving forward. Scorpios, this is the energy I have available to you, depending on where you are on this timeline, should you choose to accept. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, you can find all of my contact details in the description below this video. And thank you for your donation, Scorpios. Take care.